Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. SBS offers live telecasts on Channel 59.3, YouTube, or Twitch. We include pre- and post-game interviews with the players.
You know, I started in the locker room. All the boys were getting going before the game and stuff, and we kind of found a little click at the beginning of the game, so I think that's what got us going.
We also include digital live statistics, play-by-play commentary, team highlight reels, and even more than that. Go online to sportsbroadcastsolutions.com or search Sports Broadcast Solutions on YouTube. SBS, a broadcasting network for everyone.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. At SBS, we offer a professional broadcasting experience for the non-professional athlete. Just like the pros, we offer everything for you. Play-by-play commentary.
A no-hitter at Kane County Stadium. 15 strikeouts, 1 walk, 1 error, and that's it.
Color commentary, highlight reels, recruiting videos, and much, much more. Unlike our competitors, we zoom in on the action and always have a live scoreboard with a live time code. If you're ready to have your next sporting event feel like CBS Sports, then make sure to call Sports Broadcast Solutions today. Our phone number is 330-957-7653, or you can go online to sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. SBS, a broadcasting network for everyone.
Missing your child's sporting event just plain stinks. But you don't have to worry about that anymore, thanks to Sports Broadcast Solutions. SBS is a live broadcasting network, as well as covering your on-demand needs, recruiting videos, highlight reels, and much, much more. We can broadcast live to any website, and we also post as much on-demand content as you need. For more information about SBS, check out our website at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Sports Broadcast Solutions, a broadcasting network for everyone.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. Let SBS broadcast your sporting event. We have experience and can generate excitement and permanent digital memories for your team.
Tonight. That time, finally a goal for the Stampede!
We have professional videographers using high-definition modern-day cameras, color analysts, and play-by-play announcers with state-of-the-art, classy graphical scoreboards to keep you updated. Plus, we have commercials to advertise your team, club, or sponsor, and us. Plus, we do pregame and postgame interviews.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to the post-game show brought to you by Marion Central Catholic. My name's Kyle Smith. Well, my name doesn't matter. These young ladies matter. It's senior night as the Hurricanes win a battle down the stretch, 48-46.
Hi, I'm Carrie Kramer. I swim 50 breast, 50 free, and 100 back.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, we are at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital sporting world. Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. Instead of spending hundreds or thousands with all these college recruiting sites, let us put together your college highlight reel. For just a fraction of your potential college scholarship and significantly less than these recruiting services, we got this. In addition, we put together highlight reels for teams, including high school, your club team, or travel team.
My teammate gave me a great pass, and I just took it. The other team slashed me, took the opportunity, saw where the goalie was weak, and I just shot it there.
Solon, O'Connor, and Marsh back on defense. And Marsh gets a blowout. We got a breakaway at 2-0. A shot, and a goal! So 3-3. The power play was officially over.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, check us out at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital world. Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. For those of you who would like to broadcast or live stream your event, or maybe make a highlight tape, but would like a sponsor to fund the event, SBS has a myriad of ways to advertise your sponsor during our broadcasts. We have commercials. We have on-air reads by the announcers.
Albatross Physical Therapy and Wellness specializes in pain-free.
We have graphics, and we have watermarks. Finally, Sports Broadcast Solutions can create a commercial for you or your sponsor. Whatever your sports broadcast needs, we are at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital sporting world. Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. For those of you that just want raw footage of your sporting event, but no play-by-play or color commentary, you just need us to live stream video from the event over the internet. We will live stream your event on YouTube on our Sports Broadcast Solutions channel. In addition, We also have a dedicated channel on YouTube for live streaming at SBS Livestream. And if you need multiple channels, we can utilize Facebook Livestream and Instagram Live on our channel as well. Options include commercials from your sponsors, professional scoreboard graphics are still available, and of course, yes, pre- and post-game interviews are available as an option if you want.
We've been working really hard this whole summer and stuff.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, we are at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital sporting world. Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. We broadcast sporting events for people of all ages, including adult leagues, high school leagues, and kids. Complete with professional-looking graphics, broadcasters, color analysis, and commercials. We do pre- and post-game interviews with the players. In addition, Sports Broadcast Solutions does highlight films, including college recruiting reels, highlight films you'd see on sports news programs, and just simply highlight films for fun. Sports Broadcast Solutions also provides raw footage and live streams if you'd like. Subscribe to us and listen to our professional talk videos about relevant topics in the pro and college ranks. Whatever your sports broadcast needs, contact us at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com and become part of the digital world. This is Sports Broadcast Solutions, a broadcasting network for everyone. Check us out at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com and become part of the digital sporting world.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. SBS offers live telecasts on channel 59.3, YouTube, or Twitch. We include pre- and post-game interviews with the players.
You know, it started in the locker room. All the boys were getting going before the game and stuff, and we kind of found a little click at the beginning of the game, so I think that's what got us going.
We also include digital live statistics, play-by-play commentary, team highlight reels, and even more than that. Go online to sportsbroadcastsolutions.com or search Sports Broadcast Solutions on YouTube. SBS, a broadcasting network for everyone.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. At SBS, we offer a professional broadcasting experience for the non-professional athlete. Just like the pros, we offer everything for you. Play-by-play commentary.
A no-hitter at Kane County Stadium. 15 strikeouts, 1 walk, 1 error, and that's it.
Color commentary, highlight reels, recruiting videos, and much, much more. Unlike our competitors, we zoom in on the action and always have a live scoreboard with a live time code. If you're ready to have your next sporting event feel like CBS Sports, then make sure to call Sports Broadcast Solutions today. Our phone number is 330-957-7653, or you can go online to sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. SBS, a broadcasting network for everyone.
Missing your child's sporting event just plain stinks. But you don't have to worry about that anymore, thanks to Sports Broadcast Solutions. SBS is a live broadcasting network, as well as covering your on-demand needs, recruiting videos, highlight reels, and much, much more. We can broadcast live to any website, and we also post as much on-demand content as you need. For more information about SBS, check out our website at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Sports Broadcast Solutions, a broadcasting network for everyone.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. Let SBS broadcast your sporting event. We have experience and can generate excitement and permanent digital memories for your team.
Tonight. That time, finally a goal for the Stampede!
We have professional videographers using high-definition modern-day cameras, color analysts, and play-by-play announcers with state-of-the-art, classy graphical scoreboards to keep you updated. Plus, we have commercials to advertise your team, club, or sponsor, and us. Plus, we do pregame and postgame interviews.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to the post-game show brought to you by Marion Central Catholic. My name's Kyle Smith. But my name doesn't matter. These young ladies matter. It's senior night as the Hurricanes win a battle down the stretch, 48-46.
Hi, I'm Carrie Kramer. I swim 50 breast, 50 free, and 100 back.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, we are at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital sporting world. Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. Instead of spending hundreds or thousands with all these college recruiting sites, let us put together your college highlight reel. For just a fraction of your potential college scholarship and significantly less than these recruiting services, we got this. In addition, we put together highlight reels for teams, including high school, your club team, or travel team.
My teammate gave me a great pass, and I just took it. The other team slashed me, took the opportunity, saw where the goalie was weak, and I just shot it there.
Solon, O'Connor, and Marsh back on defense. And Marsh gets a blowout. We got a breakaway at 2-0. A shot, and it's goal! So 3-3. The power play was officially over.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, check us out at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital world. Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. For those of you who would like to broadcast or live stream your event, or maybe make a highlight tape, but would like a sponsor to fund the event, SBS has a myriad of ways to advertise your sponsor during our broadcasts. We have commercials. We have on-air reads by the announcers.
Albatross Physical Therapy and Wellness specializes in pain-free.
We have graphics. And we have watermarks. Finally, Sports Broadcast Solutions can create a commercial for you or your sponsor. Whatever your sports broadcast needs, we are at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital sporting world. Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. For those of you that just want raw footage of your sporting event, but no play-by-play or color commentary, you just need us to live stream video from the event over the internet. We will live stream your event on YouTube on our Sports Broadcast Solutions channel. In addition, we also have a dedicated channel on YouTube for live streaming at SBS Livestream. And if you need multiple channels, we can utilize Facebook Livestream and Instagram Live on our channel as well. Options include commercials from your sponsors, professional scoreboard graphics are still available, and of course, yes, pre- and post-game interviews are available as an option if you want.
We've been working really hard this whole summer and stuff.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, we are at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital sporting world. Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. We broadcast sporting events for people of all ages, including adult leagues, high school leagues, and kids. Complete with professional-looking graphics, broadcasters, color analysis, and commercials. We do pre- and post-game interviews with the players. In addition, Sports Broadcast Solutions does highlight films, including college recruiting reels, highlight films you'd see on sports news programs, and just simply highlight films for fun. Sports Broadcast Solutions also provides raw footage and live streams if you'd like. Subscribe to us and listen to our professional talk videos about relevant topics in the pro and college ranks. Whatever your sports broadcast needs, contact us at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com and become part of the digital world. This is Sports Broadcast Solutions, a broadcasting network for everyone. Check us out at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com and become part of the digital sporting world.
This presentation of the NFHS Network is brought to you by Academy Sports and Outdoors. Have fun out there.
Every day, Union Concrete contractors are fueling a foundation that lets our city stand tall. They bring the tools, training, and know-how required to bring your commercial projects in on time and with the highest levels of safety. Visit concreteil.com today to browse Northern Illinois' top union contractors specializing in commercial concrete and find the contractors you need to get your job done right.
This presentation of the NFHS Network is brought to you by Academy Sports and Outdoors. Have fun out there.
Good evening, everybody. Kyle Smith alongside Bob Vilsaway. It's the IHSA 2A Super Sectional between the Regina Dominican Panthers and the Phillips Academy Wildcats. Partner, should be a good one. Both teams were in the Sweet 16 last year. They both lost. Both teams this year are in the Elite 8. Winner advances to Bloomington. The loser gets juice boxes and orange slices.
Juice boxes and orange slices. Oh, no, not that. Both teams won close ones, though. Regina Dominican beat Crane Medical 40-37, just a 3-point win there. And Phillips won just 62-59 against IC Catholic Prep. Both teams are very strong. This is going to be a game of two different styles, I think. I think we're going to see a very disciplined Dominican team. And what I mean by that is, fundamentally strong, patient on offense, work it around. Then they're hopefully going to get their offense from three-pointer land from Natalia Serrato. That's at least what I'm betting on. Now, I have an over-under on her. She's a good player, and she isn't averaging that many points per game, but she's going to need 21 points tonight. So if she gets 21 points tonight, take the over and they'll win. But it's going to be hard for her to get that 21. Phillips, on the other hand, is an uber athletic team, and I think they take their athleticism a little bit for granted. Now, that's a little bit of latitude on my part, though, but what I mean by that, they'll shoot shots, they'll miss, no big deal. They'll just get the offensive rebound. If they get a turnover, no big deal. They'll just get a steal back, and that's kind of how they're going to play the game. But here you are in the state championship round. The winner goes forward to downstate. The loser goes home. So every possession is like gold. So from that perspective, I think Dominican is going to have a little bit of an advantage, but I think at the end, the athleticism from Phillips is going to prevail. So I'm making a prediction, 50-40. It's going to be a 50-40 win in favor of Phillips.
You're going to say Phillips is going to beat Regina Dominican, even though Regina had the much better record coming into this one.
That's what I think. And it goes back to strength of schedule. The whole year you play tougher teams, you actually improve. But I think it's the athleticism Phillips has that's going to ultimately win out here. But just some housekeeping things, right? Dominican is 24-9, right? You're an independent school. They're ranked 194 in the state. And the key here is if you look at Phillips, they're overall 19-13, 7-1 in conference. They're in the tough Chicago Public League, Greg South Central, and their state rank is 118. That's a long way from 194. So even the rankings, now I've never been one to say the rankings are ever accurate, but here, there's a big disparity there. So I think it's going to be an advantage to Phillips in that case. But here's the key. Like I said it already, right? We need Natalia Serrato to score from three-point land. Olivia Fraderigo, the leader of the team, certainly is going to have to shut down somebody down low. And then the leader on Phillips is Lakia Barnes underneath. She's going to be a handful. But we're going to see what happens. It looks like it's going to be a fun game, but a tale of two different styles.
Now, for Regina, if you can shut down Kamaria Stephus, do you have a good chance of winning this game? Stephus has 13 points per game, but she's by far their best free throw shooter, 82%, and by far their best three-point shooter at 47%.
Well, yeah, if you can shut her down, but that's a hard shutdown too. But I will say, watching the highlights for Dominican, they are very strong defensively. They get a lot of hands on the ball. They get a lot of deflections. They got a lot of steals. They do like to shoot from three-point land, but they also like to get those fast breaks as a result of the steals. So that's going to be their style. They're going to try to hopefully hope that Phillips is a little bit careless at the ball. Get some steals, get some fast breaks, get points that way. And then in their set offense, get a couple of threes from Serrato, 21 points worth of threes. And that would be the upset that they could pull here.
The problems for Regina Dominican, their leading scorer this year in Jillian DeFranza, over 10 points per game. But Bob, she's shooting under 30% from three this season.
Well, and especially when you're in a late season game like this, you can't count on those threes to fall. Sometimes, when you're on your home court, you get a higher percentage. You have friendly fans. When you go away, maybe things don't go so well. But here, this is not going to be a friendly environment. It's absolutely going to be, it's a neutral environment, but it's a hostile neutral environment. So those threes that you're used to making, and her, like you were saying, the percent,
Yeah, she's already shooting under 30.
Right, so the threes she's used to making are even going to be a tougher sell. So if I'm coach,
coach. I'm like, don't shoot those. You know, have some patience, work the ball underneath. But working the ball underneath isn't so great because you got Phillips. They're tall, defensively strong. It's going to be hard to work the ball. But that's why I'm saying be patient on offense. Get the ball to Serrato. Take the three-pointers when you get them. On defense, get the steals. Go for the fast breaks. Be fundamentally strong. Limit the turnovers. And just watching the warm-ups from Dominican, you can tell they're a very, very well-coached team. They started out by doing left-handed layups off the correct foot. You know, some people shoot left-handed layup with the left foot. Then they did another pass around the world kind of a play and run it down to a layup down low. They've got a good little warm-up and defensive offensive drill going on. I like the way they're coached. I think he probably is very good at getting the most out of this team.
I think Regina Dominican's going to win 59-52, but for that to happen, they got to find a way to slow down Barnes, and they got to find a way to slow down Cephas. The good news is, if you're a Regina Dominican fan, if you can slow down Barnes and Cephas, everybody else on the team is averaging under 7 points per game.
Well, that's the trick. I think when you start adding up those 7 times 5 is 35 points, plus those 2 scorers. So that's a lot of points that the rest of the team does get anyway. So I don't know that shutting down just those 2 is going to work. However, if anybody can shut them down, Dominican does have a good
perimeter defense,
active defense, and they do poke at the hands a lot, and they do get some steals. They are strong fundamentally in terms of rebounding. So, I mean, you know, if anybody can shut them down, it's this. But I almost have a completely opposite prediction. You're saying 59-52 one way. I'm saying, you know, 50-40 the other.
We'll see what happens. That's why we're not fortune tellers, right? We're broadcasters.
Right. Well, and that's why you got to play the game. But the prize is huge here. Whoever wins this game gets to go downstate. The one who doesn't win, well, they have to go to the store and buy those orange slices, right?
And the juice boxes.
And the juice boxes. Can't forget those.
Or the Capri Suns.
Yeah, right.
We're going to take a break. National anthem and public address announcements coming up next here on Sports Broadcast Solutions and NFHS Network.
This presentation of the NFHS Network is brought to you by Academy Sports and Outdoors. Have fun out there.
All runners are different, and we're here for everyone. The beginners, everydayers, once-in-a-whilers, the treadmillers, track goers, and trailblazers. For every mile, marathon, stretch, and stride, we're here for gearing up and having fun. All the ways you run, all budgets, all at Academy. Have fun out there.
Basketball tournament game. All spectators, players, coaches, and officials are expected to promote the ideals of good sportsmanship. Adults are reminded that their behavior is a reflection of their school community and has an impact on all hands in attendance. Let's all be active participants in creating a positive atmosphere and a memorable high school experience for all our players at tonight's contest.
Don't need that right now.
You are watching live coverage of the IHSA Girls Basketball Super Sectionals on the NFHS Network. NFHSnetwork.com/IHSA is your destination for the most comprehensive coverage of Illinois high school playoff action.
On behalf of the Illinois High School Association and Wharton College Panther Athletics, welcome to the 2024 Fortin College, Class A IHSA Girls Basketball Super Sectional. This evening's matchup features representing the Red South Central Division of the Chicago Public High School Athletic Association and champions of the University of Chicago Laboratory Schools Regional, champions of the Percy L. Julian High School Sectional. They hail from Brownsville, Chicago. They are the Lady Wildcats of Wendel Phillips Academy High School. And this contest, whole team representing the Independent School League. Champions of the Regina Dominican High School Regional. Champions of the Christ the King Jesuit Preparatory High School Sectional. They hail from Wilmette, Illinois. They are the Panthers of Regina Dominican High School. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, would all in attendance please rise as able and face the flag at the northeast corner of the gymnasium. Gentlemen, please remove your caps for the playing of our national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, let's meet the starting class. First, we'll be visiting Lady Wildcats of Wendel Phillips Academy High School. At guard, a 5'6" senior, number 0, Latia Barnes. At guard, a 5'7" junior, number 2, Natalia Williams. At guard, a 5'5" sophomore, number 11, Tavaria Stevens. At forward, a 5'10" junior, number 12, Nyla Wills. And at guard, a 5'8" sophomore, number 35, Joanna Robinson. The Lady Wildcats are coached by Larry Stokes. His assistants are Fred Baker and Earl Williams. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's meet this
score banner. It's not there.
Yeah. I don't want to show it.
And guard, a 5'3" senior, number 10, Hayden O'Sheffy. At guard, a 5'6" sophomore, number 12, Natalia Serrano. At guard, a 5'7" sophomore, number 22, Julian DeFranza. And at guard, a 5'6" senior, number 24, Eddie Richmond. The Panthers are coached by Bob Rubin. His assistants
Once again, good evening. Kyle Smith alongside Bob Vilsue. And partner, if Wayne Messmer singing the national anthem doesn't get you pumped up for a basketball game, nothing will.
I have to say, though, I kind of missed our Jim Cornelison one. That sounded really good when we heard that one live and recorded it. But yeah, you're right. That's a fantastic anthem.
Who do you think's better, Messmer or Cornelison?
That's like, who's better, Beethoven or Mozart? You just can't pick. I like them both. I think what it was, I loved Messner, and then all of a sudden, Jim Cornelison gets onto the scene.
All right, we're about to tip off between the Panthers in the white and Phillips in the black. It's the battle of the number 12s for the tip-off. Serrato got a piece of it loose on the court. And
Serrato's one of the 4 guards on this Regina Dominican team, and she gets a lot of rebounds, so she has to help the forward, Fraderigo, getting with the rebounds. Fraderigo.
So we're going to have to do it again.
Re-jump. Different jumper this time.
6 seconds went off the clock. Different jumpers for both teams.
So you call that a 6-second tie-up.
That time, Phillips wins the tip, and Barnes has it. Barnes passing it over to Williams. Potential corner 3. Instead, they'll set something up on the left wing side. Back to the top of the key. They swing it over to the right. Back over to the top. Pump fake. Driving in. Right wing 3. Nailed it. It's good by Nakaya Williams.
It's a very, very good start. I have to say, I liked the patience that Phillips showed on that first offensive set. They had open shots, didn't take them. Now Serrato misses, gets her own rebound. No call on that foul.
Not still good by Serrato. Beautiful outlet pass. Shot off the backboard, and it's good that time by Maddie Witchker.
I like this full court press. Don't throw lobs. Yeah, you throw lobs against a full court press, especially this Regina Dominican full court press, you're going to lose the ball a few times. And that's what we saw a lot on the replays. A lot of steals on this press. It's kind of a stifling press, and it should be. They're running really with 4 guards and a forward.
They had the backdoor cut, but at the last second it was read well by Serrato.
Yeah, good defender.
Corner 3, good! Getting it to go, Kamaria Cephas.
That's going to be tough for Dominican if they're going to score 2 for 2 from the 3-point line.
And they're both well contested, Bob.
Yeah. But they were on balance, taken as part of their offense. It's not like they're just coming down on the fast break and launching threes.
Off the screen, open 3, the triple, got it to go.
And that's
it's good by Serrato.
That's Serrato. She needs those 21 points. That's 3 of them now.
So, partner, we all know how the analytics of the game have changed. It's all about layups and corner 3s. The defense knows that, but why was Serrato wide open in the corner?
Well, that's a great question. I mean, Phillips' coach is probably saying, don't leave her open. Leave something. Don't reach. Oh, see, that's going to be a foul. And you can't do that. You're one of the 4 guards on the starting lineup. You don't want to go to the bench with a couple of fouls. That could take your whole press with you.
Do you like how the game has changed a little bit with more corner 3s, or do you miss the mid-range game a little bit?
I absolutely miss the mid-range. There's a part of me that says I'd like to get rid of the 3-point shot entirely. But nonetheless, it is a part of the game. What I don't like are teams that they have like 100% chance of making a little 2-point finger roll, and then they kick it out to a 3-point shot that's got like a 16% chance from the corner.
Cephas, ball fake. Now on the wing, driving in, then reset, bounce pass, and then setting it up for Williams. 3-pointer for Cephas, no good. Good box out by the Panthers.
The thing was, that was a well-set offense. They had a weak side rebounder all by herself. If the ball went on the far side on the rebound, they'd have a basket.
Good rebound.
Just like that
time.
far side rebound.
And it was rebounded by DeFranza, who's had a quiet game thus far early on. Witchker, no good. And rebounded well by Willis.
Yeah, when you miss your shots, it's just like a turnover. The other team gets the rebound and you don't have the ball anymore.
And foul called on the Panthers.
Another reach in. Could be 2. Might be 2 on DeFranza.
Peyton Olszewski committed the foul.
Oh, yeah, you said it, Olszewski.
She's a good player, partner, but she also leads the team in turnovers against. For the Panthers, 2.7 turnovers per game. Baseline drive, nice pass. Can't finish, but going to the line for 2 shots will be Jemiah Robinson.
Well, you got to like this offense from Phillips, right? They have 2 3-pointers that were, not even hitting the rim. Then they get the ball right underneath for an easy layup. In this case, got fouled. That's like 3 fouls now in Regina Dominican. That's going to wear on them as the game goes on.
Does it matter at all that Regina Dominican only has 1 senior on the team?
Yeah, it matters, especially for next year. That's going to be a good team of years to come.
But no senior leadership except for their senior in Olszewski. Second shot coming up. Lane violation against Phillips Academy.
I got to say, I didn't see the lane violation, but obviously the referee is looking for it. So play it back and see exactly what it looked like. I like these games where you can watch them and watch the replays.
Driving in, beautiful drive, that time by Serrato.
So I think Serrato's up to 5 points, and Phillips is going to say you got to guard her.
Head coach Larry Stokes calls timeout. We'll take a timeout as well. You're watching the Panthers against the Wildcats here on NFHS Network. Nope, mute.
All runners are different, and we're here for everyone. The beginners, everydayers, once-in-a-whilers, the treadmillers.
7-6 lead. Today's event is available to download. Just click the digital copy button under the event video player to download a digital copy of the event right to your computer. Nice pass, pump fake, layup, the finish. Beautiful finish by Nyla Willis.
The press did its job, though. There was a lot of dribbling through a triple team that happened to work that time, but it's not going to work long term. Turned into a layup, which is what you like to do against the press.
Baseline play, the up and under move, and the finish by Olivia Fraterigo.
Up and under, it's next post move for the only forward in that team. Here's those dangerous passes, almost swiped. Now double team, they got out of it.
That's the problem. When you call an early timeout there, that might have been a time to call a timeout. Maybe a trap on the sideline, but you already called one. You can't call a second timeout in a row.
Well, you could, but Serrato, you called timeout to stop letting her score points.
Right. Well, I'm saying Stokes for Phillips already called one. You don't want to call back-to-back ones.
Prefer not to.
3-point shot, Cephas, no good.
But here what I like is the weak side rebounding that Phillips has. When they shoot those shots, they're not just randomly launching threes.
Barnes, the drive, no, trying to get the second chance.
They're going to keep the ball.
And last touch that time by the Regina Dominican Panthers.
Frederico needs help on the rebounding underneath. She grabbed it but lost it out of bounds. With a 4-guard offense, you got to make sure you come down and get the boards.
Fabianski into the game now. Let's see what Phillips can do on this possession. Cephas, ball fake.
I am impressed with Phillips' patience on offense.
Tough job to come off the bench to guard a woman that's shooting over 82% from the free throw line, 47% from downtown. 3-point shot, no good. That time the Panthers box out and they're looking to push. Trying to beat her man to the cup, and she does. And the finish by DeFranza.
And did you notice the finish was on the left side, left hand, jumping off the right foot. Again, a very fundamentally strong layup at the other end.
If they can get her going, it's going to be a long day for Phillips. 3-point shot, air ball.
That's ill-advised. Already you didn't run your offense. That's a little impatience, undisciplined. 5 feet, maybe 6 feet behind the 3-point line. It's not the shoot. That's not the shot they want her to take.
Well, they're here in this game as Phillips. They got 2 scorers at 13 points per game. If Cephas starts missing, that's advantage Regina Dominican. DeFranza again.
Another easy layup through the Swiss cheese defense over there. They need a little bit more rim protection. And then they're getting paid back with the press.
She's got good size partner, 5'7".
It's going to be a turnover.
DeFranza with the steal, 3-on-1 advantage. Regina, mid-range jumper, good! Nailed by Olivia Fraterigo. And partner Stokes might have to call another timeout soon.
Yeah, never mind Serrato. They got to get past this press. Well, don't panic. You're down 7. It's still early in the first quarter.
Well, you're down 7, and one of your best players is on the bench. Good post-up move. It's good, and the foul by Willis. And we talked a lot about Cephas, but Bob, Willis is their best player tonight thus far.
Well, she's going to be hard to stop underneath, and you only really got one rim protector there, and Federico, and she can't do everything underneath. There was a foul called on that play. I got to say, I didn't see a foul, but it's kind of a ticky-tack call in my opinion, but play it back and see it yourself. But it gives them a chance to pull within 4.
That's why reffing these games is so hard. Everybody's yelling at you. You're hearing sounds in all different directions. And what you're looking for, are you going straight up on defense or are you leaning in on the offensive player? Meanwhile, dribble drive, mid-range jumper, air ball, rebounded. Another chance, another mid-range jumper. That one's no good. And Willis gets the board.
No hesitation on that Serrato 10-footer.
Willis, she traveled. I don't know, part of her ticky-tack, but it did look like she moved that pivot foot just before she passed it.
I wouldn't have called it myself. I think you're allowed a step and a half, but the referee called it. He's the one that counts.
You could make the argument for a travel. You could make the argument for not a travel.
Yeah, I would say it was not a travel, but they called it travel, so it is a turnover.
Regina looking to push, drawing the foul beautifully by Olszewski.
Now there's one of those, I don't like the player. She's going in out of control, runs into a player and falls down, and then they call a foul.
That's why you got to go straight up. When you lean in on the offensive player, makes it very easy for the nearest official.
Yep. But nonetheless, she's at the free throw line up by 4 with 1:52 to go in the first quarter. Chance to extend the lead. At the other end, the coach is talking to the 4 players. I like this coach. He's got a well-disciplined team here, and winning by 4.
They have a chance to win it all with a bunch of freshmen on this team. Judy Fabianski, Grace Byrne, Catherine Conway, and Bridget Conway, all freshmen, all have a chance to win the state title this year. Second chance at the free throw line. That one's no good, and rebounded well by Robinson.
So the press is back on. When I break a press, I prefer it to lengthen the court. So put somebody underneath the hoop you're going toward, and that spreads out the press. So it's more like a 4-on-4 press.
Wide open 3. No good.
That's why it's hard to hit those in big games.
Well, when you're wide open like that, got to attempt them. Driving in this time, mid-range jumper. No good. And somehow getting it back is Witchker. DeFranza, the shot. And it's no good. Robinson the board.
Yeah, it could have been a foul over the back on that, and a turnover out of bounds. I'm a little surprised that Regina Dominican is coming down court almost like the Warriors, launching the ball as quick as they can on offense.
And look, everybody's struggling with it. Cephas was not in the game on that possession, but when Cephas is in the game, she struggled as well.
So with 1:10 to go, let's see if they show a little patience, run the clock a bit, up 5.
Right, no shot clock. You can dribble it out and pass it as many times as you'd like.
Yeah, I think they'll use clock, but still take a good shot. There's that defensive reach.
Driving in baseline style and picked off by Robinson. Looking to push are the Wildcats. Past the timeline. Driving in, trying to go coast to coast, and a reach-in foul committed by Conway. I like the idea there, partner. You don't want to give up an easy layup.
Well, it was an unintentional foul. Again, I think the player's out of control going toward the hoop and crashes into the defender and gets a favorable call. But she's averaging like 13 points a game. She's quick as lightning, and she's going to get a lot of fast break points.
That's why, in my opinion, are they going to say that was in the act of shooting?
I, again, don't see it, but that's why I like you can play it
5. Okay, so remember
so
they play quarters. Yeah, so bonus. Yeah, it was just definitely a reach-in foul. Perfect swish. That's Lakia Barnes, 5'6" senior, averaging just over 13 points per game.
She doesn't look 5'6" to me. She's quick, though, that's for certain.
Perfect at the line. If Regina wants, Bob, they can hold for the last shot.
Well, right now they're just going to get the ball up to the half-court line and then figure that out from there. I think they'll still take the best shot available. Steal.
Ooh, that was close,
At least they're going to call a jump ball in this. I like that. I thought when you heard the whistle, it was going to be called a foul.
I think she hit the wrist, though. I think that's a break for Regina.
Well, I mean, okay, I didn't see that part. I just saw her grab the ball.
Yeah. Well, that's why they're at courtside and we're up in the bleachers doing play-by-play in color. But I heard wrist before I heard ball.
Yeah, no, it was a clean steal.
I meant Regina hit the wrist of the Phillips player. Yeah.
I know. I don't think she did. I think she grabbed all ball, and it's absolutely the right call calling it a jump ball. I'm impressed with the referee calling that.
Witchger will take the ball. Inbounds play for the Panthers. Bounce pass to DeFranza. 37 seconds on the clock. Now driving in. Mid-range jumper. No good. Offensive board goes the way of the Panthers. Three-pointer for Fabianski. No good. Rebounded by Phillips. 20 seconds to go. They'll slow it down. Kicking it out to Cephas from way downtown. I don't like that shot, Bob.
I don't either. It was from another zip code, and now it gives Regina Dominican another possession.
This time in transition. No good. Rebounded well. Second chance. It's no good. Third chance to Franza. Was she fouled? They say play on. Shot no good. A lot happening there, partners. 16-13 game as we go to the second quarter.
Yeah, that wasn't the play on. They called offensive foul on Regina Dominican for knocking over a Phillips defender on that play. Another call he wouldn't have made. I think that was incidental contact. You just got to let go. But anyway, so the score is 16-13. It's a three-point game at the end of the first quarter. So that means Regina Dominican is going to win by 12. We have our answer. We don't have to play the next three quarters.
We're taking a quick break. Second quarter coming up next here on SBS/NFHS Network. 16-13 game, partner. It's been really exciting. Cephas has played a good game, but very head-scratching about that Damian Lillard type of three that she shot right before the quarter ended.
Well, she did that earlier. I mean, obviously she's a good shooter. She has confidence that she can make that shot. But to me, that's two shots she shouldn't be taking. That's the athleticism she thinks she's got. She probably never looks at a shot she doesn't think she can make. But nonetheless, I think you got to pass it in, move it down low, and that's where Phillips had a lot of success. At this first quarter mark, though, Regina Dominican has to be really pleased. 16 points, you multiply that by 4, that's 64 points, is well above their average. That press is paying off dividends major. That's another long three. I wouldn't be shooting those if I'm Phillips.
Good job on the rebound by Maddie Witchker.
You have a size advantage underneath. Get the ball underneath. Use your size advantage. Post up.
Today's game is also available for all subscribers via the NFHS Network Live mobile app for Apple and Android devices. Download the app from the Apple App Store or Google Play Store to start watching the live games wherever you are.
Well, Phillips is extending their man-to-man D out further and doing a great job if they just don't reach in and get fouls like that.
What is Fraderigo doing that's making the defender guess up, and then Fraderigo's going with the undershot?
Well, it's good footwork. Yeah, right. You get there with your pivot foot. You stop, you fake, right? Well, first you fake to get on balance. Now you're on balance. You have your pivot foot set. You get a step and a half to make your layup. She's just got excellent footwork. You can go a long way with that, quote, Georgetown walk.
First one no good by Fraderigo. Appreciate everybody watching the broadcast. You can rewind it and fast forward it as many times as you'd like. Not officially a sold-out crowd, but a decent attendance nonetheless.
Well, it's loud in here. It's a beautiful place here, Morton College. They've upgraded their gym. We used to play volleyball here a lot with colleges, Harper versus Morton. We haven't recently, and now Morton's good again, but this is a gorgeous-looking gym. Great weight room with glass windows on top, freshly painted, good colors. That's a really nice-looking gym.
Inside the paint.
Yeah, brand new bleachers.
Swing it out to Cephas, the triple. In and out. Rebounded well. Regina thinks that she traveled. We play on.
Good offensive rebound.
Yeah, it was done well by Willis. Willis calls for it. Willis on the low block, swinging it out to the top of the key. The floater blocked, but she was fouled, and going to the line for two is Lakia Barnes.
Well, I'm going to go on record. She was not fouled. She jumped straight up, not straight up. She jumped forward, launched the ball, landed on the defender, and they called a foul because she's out of control. I don't like that call, but again, you got to replay it to see. But she's back to the free throw line. She is a scorer, and she's a very good free throw shooter.
Got to watch out for the fouls, Bob. 2 players with 2 fouls on the Panthers. That's Jillian DeFranza, their leading scorer, as well as Olivia Fraterigo.
Yeah, Phillips and the referees are doing a good job at reducing Regina Dominican into having to play defense like Lane Beer. Stand there, don't jump, keep both arms up in the air.
Second chance at the charity stripe. Barnes has been great all game. That one no good. And good job boxing out.
Yeah, Serrato is a good rebounder as well as a good three-point shooter. Very valuable player. Look, kind of a high dribble there. Gets rid of the ball. And the turnover.
Close, partner. Did you hear wrist or did you hear all ball?
I don't know about that. I'm just surprised they just called a foul on Regina Dominican for blocking. She had the ball. She lost it. Oh, they called a block on
called a reach
Phillips.
In on Phillips, yeah. Both teams started off red hot from the three-point line. Now it's back to old school basketball. Bounce pass on the low block. Swinging it out to the top of the key. Ball fake and a beauty. Mid-range jumper. In and out.
Yeah, another shot that's ill-advised. When they had the ball underneath, I thought they should have posted up and scored or got fouled there.
Barnes
another blocking foul.
And Partner, it looked like she was going to travel. If Regina had just pulled the chair underneath her, Barnes probably would have traveled or given up the ball.
Well, yeah, possibly. But Lakia Barnes knows how to draw fouls. She's been watching Harden a lot on the NBA. Just crash into the defender, fall down out of control, and referees give you a break.
We're seeing why she and Cephas are tied for the team lead in points per game this season.
Well, very good player. And that's the thing. You got a point guard, fast, smart, good free throw shooter, understands how to get fouls called.
It just changes the game when your point guard can also put the ball in the basket.
Now, good rebound, but Serrato, the first thing she does is pounds the ball into the ground. I'd like to see an outlet pass.
Partner, do you think that Regina Dominican is taking too many transition shots?
I think Dominican is shooting too soon, yes. I think they should get it more into their offense, draw some fouls, cause Phillips to play a little bit more defense, extend the defense, get a foul or two. You can rest on defense. You can't really, if you're shooting the ball up on offense too quickly, you could use a break because you're going to try to stifle them with this press.
Good job by Barnes breaking through the D.
Right, she's a good.
And they swing it out left. A lot of quick passes by Phillips. Screen from Cephas. Thought about the three. Back to Barnes. Driving in. Barnes, was she fouled? She was. And are they going to call continuation on that?
It looked like that's what the ref called, and it was another one of those that Lakia Barnes went body hunting, found a body, they made the call, and they counted the hoop.
Very rarely in the high school game will you get the continuation call. It's automatic at the NBA level, not so much in high school and college.
Well, we always had continuation. It's just a matter of how much continuation do you get.
Right.
It's not like 6 steps afterwards, but she body hunted, got a very generous call, and made the basket.
Regina's got to be careful, partner, about not committing a moving screen.
Well, and I feel like, there's a steal.
And slowing it down. Cephas with it, baseline. Bounce pass and a beauty, and she traveled. Committing the travel was Makima Bird.
Yeah, she traveled before the contact happened, fortunately for Regina Dominican.
Should Cephas be more aggressive and try to attempt some layups driving to the basket?
Well, I think everybody needs to drive toward the basket. Yeah, stop shooting from three-point land, yes. Good press break there. Keep going.
Yeah, Cephas kicked it out to not so good of a score in Bird, and Bird traveled. Meanwhile, almost turned over.
Kind of a panicky cross-court pass, and that's not going to go in.
We'll call that a pass. Reverse layup is good.
Put that one on the highlight reel.
You think she meant to do that, or is that just kind of a circus shot?
No, she meant to do that. It's something they probably practice.
She got the very top of the backboard. Mid-range jumper. No good.
Stop
Rebounded well. Here come the Panthers. led by their point guard in Olszewski. Switching directions. Inside, calling for it. Beautiful move by Frederigo. They have no answer for her inside the paint.
Right, and that's what they should be doing. They should be pounding the paint down low, underneath, and getting those baskets. She has great moves. She's the one forward on the team with the 4 ball-handling guards. Let her get it down low and work her magic, get a foul, get 2 from the free throw line, make a basket, get an and 1. That's how you got to win this game.
We'll stick with the action. You're watching Regina Dominican against Wendel Phillips. Hopefully you're enjoying the broadcast. You can rewind or fast forward as many times as you'd like. High school sports fans, never miss another game. Become a subscriber to the NFHS Network to watch live event coverage, game replays, and highlights from high school sporting events from across the country. Millions of athletes, thousands of games, one destination, NFHSnetwork.com. We are high school. Frederigo, partner, she's not the leading scorer coming into this one, but she has played a beautiful game thus far.
Well, 7 points here so far out of their 21. She's 1/3 of the team's production. But that's what we were talking about. Regina Dominican is coming down court and launching mid-range jumpers for the most part, right? But they're not necessarily under control, really soon in the proverbial shot clock. They need to work it around and get it underneath her and let her work her magic underneath. Now, Phillips does have, defenders that can stop her, but let's see if they can work it underneath a few more times. So it's a 1-2-2 3/4 court press.
Right now, Phillips is shooting 2 of 6 from three-point land. Very good inside the three-point line, 3 of 5. I'm sorry, they're 2 of 8 from three-point land.
Another turnover.
Wide open 3. DeFranza, no.
See, that's
Frederigo again.
I think they're going to say over the back.
Right now, Regina has it, so it looks like it will be on. It'll be on Phillips.
Yeah.
That's interesting,
Blocking.
partner. Usually, when the offensive player goes over the back like that, it's usually an over the back foul.
That's why I thought it was going to be over the back. Just a questionable call. You got to replay that too. It's off a foot. Same way.
You can do that in soccer, but not in basketball. You can do that in soccer, not in basketball.
Right.
We'll get you a hearing aid after the game. Got to get it in. They do. Avoid the 5-second violation.
Is that hearing aid going to be a Phillips brand hearing aid?
Another beautiful rebound by Frederigo. Finds the teammate.
And the fadeaway too.
She's good with the shot. Maddie Witchker, partner. She's bewitching.
I love this press.
The Phillips defense.
I like it because they're not reaching in. They're just trying to steal the passes. Stop the player with the dribble, force her to pass, steal the pass.
Cephas is struggling right now. Meanwhile, Regina thought about pushing, and DeFranza was fouled. Not a good foul committed by Chappelle.
Well, that's just a huddle. Just a hustle foul committed by Chappelle. She's just hustling, and it was wrong place, wrong time, and the ball popped up to the player, and essentially tackled her. So you don't mind a hustle foul. You really don't.
So right now for Phillips, they're shooting 2 of 8 from three-point land.
Apparently the Phillips coaching staff didn't like it much. I'm just kidding, of course, but she's back on the bench after that foul.
1 of 3 from downtown shooting for the Panthers. They swing it out left. Played right now by Olszewski. Inside, Frederigo breaks through the double, and the finish.
Talk about threading a needle on the lob. Now this is where I'd like to see Phillips put somebody down low and stretch the press.
Look, scoring baskets and getting buckets are big time, but if you can get out those beautiful dimes, and that's a foul.
Well, and that's how they got to break this. Okay, they patiently broke the press, got the ball down court. Instead of launching the ball from another zip code, get the ball underneath. There's not a lot of resistance under the boards for Regina Dominican. So now back at the free throw line, but if you're going to get the ball down low and you get fouled, you got to make them. It doesn't appear to be too much foul trouble on Dominican, even though they've been fouling a few times. 2 players of 2.
That was an ugly-looking free throw from Robinson.
And she missed the other 2 earlier.
They might do a hack-a-shack strategy down the stretch if the Panthers start missing some shots.
What do we call that, a hack-a-Robinson? Oh, went in, and another lane violation.
Yeah, I think her foot went over the line when she shot it.
Yeah, again, I wasn't watching her, but you got to play it back and see this. Obviously what he's calling, and probably what she's doing. And it's unfortunate it was on a make.
These are the things I was worried about from Phillips. When you rely on so much scoring from two players and one player in Cephas struggles, it really brings down the rest of the team.
Yeah, she needs to shoot from a lot closer. Underneath.
Rodrigo, she might have been fouled, no call.
I don't know.
Kick out shot.
More patience, Dominican.
Yeah, Grace Byrne. She was open player, and just couldn't get it to her. Double team comes.
These just aren't fundamentally sound passes. They need to be able to make it where there's no drama. You know, the receiver gets the ball off her foot.
Ooh. That was close. I thought it might have gone off Barnes, but they do say it's off the Panther player.
I thought it was that too, but the referee's right there. We're in the Bob Uecker seats.
Fakes the pass, wide open. Oh no, Robinson. She's having a tough game right now. Barnes, the open three, no good. That time Robinson, and last touch Miles.
Oh no, they got that wrong.
Wait, they said it was off.
It's pretty obvious it was off Olszewski.
Olszewski.
It was off her. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a break for Regina Dominican.
And every possession matters. The referee swiped one there.
And remember, they only have 3 timeouts left, too. Rodrigo behind the three-point line. Now she drives in. Kick out. Byrne with the pass. DeFranza trying to keep it in. She does. Here comes the trap. And a foul committed by Lakia Barnes. And that was the 5th team foul.
It's going to put her at the line.
She's not a great free throw shooter, though.
And that was a tight call, too. I mean, she's dribbling around in the corner, almost losing it. The ball almost hit the line. She turns the corner a little bit, and all of a sudden, next thing you know, the defender's in the way, and they call a foul on Phillips. Missed her shot, just like you said, on cue. Same thing at the other end, though. You know, Robinson has to make her free throws also and not step on or over that line. The referee's looking intently at that line right now.
We talk about free throw percentage. The only person that head coach Bob Newton feels really confident at the line is Witchker, 14 of 20 coming into this game. Meanwhile, Barnes, baseline drive. Barnes, shot. No good, but she somehow gets her own board. Off the glass, air ball. Good rebound, third opportunity. Somehow they got it back.
When that ball's on the ground, you fall on it.
Beautiful move, but she traveled. Did she move that pivot foot?
Well, that was a tough traveling call. I don't know if I would have called traveling, but what I didn't like is she gave a forearm shiver on the way past the defender. I was worried that the call was going to be a foul on the defender after the forearm shiver. But I guess the referee decided she took 3 steps, call travel. So the game is very tightly called, you would say. Probably not a bad thing.
All right, we got a field report from our field reporter in Andrew Diedrich. Andrew, what do you got for us, partner?
Hey, thanks, Kyle. I went over and was able to speak to or listen in on the huddle of Bob Newton and the Regina Dominican Panthers. He stressed at the end of the first quarter that they are playing good defense. It's just crucial to not commit these fouls when they're being aggressive on the press and in the half court. Since then, Regina's given up very few points. I believe 3, if I remember correctly, since the start of the quarter.
It's been a tough game for Cephas, too, helping out Regina Dominican. But you're right, that defense has been stifling down the stretch for the Panthers.
Absolutely. We'll see if they can keep it up in the second half, continue with this defensive effort, because so far it's been all Panthers.
Thanks so much, Andrew. We'll hear from you in about 58 seconds as halftime is coming up soon. At the sideline. All right, Bob, no shot clock. If you're Regina Dominican, do you hold for the last shot here?
Absolutely not. I take the best shot I get. I want to score the points and play defense. Their defense have been absolutely stifling on Phillips. Only 16 points for a team that averages 59.
Remember, it was 117-16.
Averages 49. It was a good shot. They missed it. But 16 points is just not going to get it done for Phillips.
Mid-range jumper for Cephas. It's just not her night. Offensive board. gets it to go, but that's a win for Regina Dominican. You want anybody but Barnes or Cephas
Yeah,
scoring.
but I like the shot. It was just, there's a foul, no call. There was just a mid-range shot. She missed it, and they got the offensive board. It's a good formula. Stay on the ground. Another offensive rebound. There's another foul.
Are you surprised that she didn't kick it out to Fabianski? She was wide open in the corner for a three-point shot.
Yeah, again, that's not my style. When you're underneath, you shoot that layup, take the foul, get the shot. Here she is at the free throw line. You kick it out, and you miss those threes, especially in an environment like this. It's like a turnover.
How tough is it coming off the bench? You only get so many shot attempts in a game coming off the bench. Does that factor into a point guard's decision making? You have a teammate open in the corner, but she's kind of ice cold coming off the bench.
Well, my attitude is it absolutely doesn't matter. If you're one of the 5 players on the court, you have a role to play, and if your role is to play it, to get it to the open player, now it's up to that open player to make the right decision, whether to drive or make a shot or make another pass. So if you're on the court and you're open, it's your job, if it's part of the offense, to make that pass, and then expect her to make that shot even off the bench.
They got a hustle, 4 seconds left. Driving in, Barnes, what a move, and she was fouled.
And again, another bailout foul that didn't happen. So again, went body hunting. The referee bailed her out on the call. She's going to be at the free throw line.
Right. That's on Regina Dominican. You got to know how many seconds are left in the quarter. That would have been a tough shot. Just have her try to attempt it. Even if it goes in, you're still up by 7 points.
Everything you said, in my opinion, is absolutely right. But you don't have a defense for when a player crashes into you and the referee makes a call that shouldn't be made.
I'm just saying, don't even put yourself in that position. Just go straight up and force her to go around you.
Well, the how you stop that play isn't underneath. What you needed to do is stop the penetration up top, up here. Got to get in her way, so you have to make her go sideways, not down the court. There's only 4 seconds left. She was just past mid-court. But you got to stop her there and not wait till you're underneath when you're vulnerable to a referee call.
They do not call a jump ball, and that does it for the quarter. Regina Dominican leads 27-18. Bob, it was 117-16. What has happened to Phillips Academy?
Well, I did not expect this at all. What I would have expected was Regina Dominican be a lot more disciplined on offense, but they're just taking shot after shot after shot. And then obviously Cephas is cold. She's shooting from too far out. I think this is on Phillips. So they're falling into allowing the press to bother them, and they're not getting the ball underneath at the other end, which is I think where all their points need to happen. So they need to get the ball mid-range jumper if you have to, but get the ball underneath, pass it around a little bit. And when Robinson winds up with the ball underneath the offensive rebound, she's got to make her free throws. And if she can't make her free throws, I'd be looking at the bench to find somebody who can get the rebounds and make the free throws. But you're only down 9, and I predicted they were going to win by 10. So they shouldn't be panicking here. But the thing to be worried about or concerned about is only 18 points against the press, and then that stifling half-court defense of Regina Dominican. They're playing fantastic.
So we're going to take a 5-minute break, and then Andrew Dietrich will join the booth for a halftime report. You're watching Regina Dominican against Wendel Phillips here on NFHS Network. Yeah, unless you have something now. Okay.
This presentation of the NFHS Network is brought to you by Academy Sports and Outdoors. Have fun out there.
Back to the action at beautiful Morton College. Kyle Smith alongside Andrew Dietrich. Andrew, you're down at court level. What do you got for us?
Yeah, so in the middle of that second quarter there, when Regina Dominican went on that run, we saw a timeout from Wendel Phillips head coach Larry Stokes. He preached to his girls that their brand of basketball is continue going to work. They play a very aggressive off of a make from the opposing team. They're going to continue playing that press. We've seen Lakia Barnes, number 0.
Yeah, the point guard.
Point guard really pushed the pace, and they're getting open looks. It's a matter of just cleaning up the sloppy mistakes. Does not want his girls to get their heads down because they know they can still win this game. He knows what they're capable of, and they should know the same.
They're really struggling at the free throw line is Phillips. If you're Regina Dominican, do you institute a hack-a-shack philosophy to force them to make shots at the charity stripe?
That is something you start to wonder, especially with how Regina Dominican has been defending. Maybe if the Panther or the Wildcats rather do start going on a run, you maybe start to see that if they're not going to score, even when we put them at the line, that could be something we can do. However, with their aggression on defense and not committing fouls for Regina Dominican, I think you kind of stay home right now.
So Bob said that Phillips was going to win 50-40. I said 59-52 Regina. So far, I look good thus far. What was your prediction coming into this one?
I expected a close game no matter what. I think we all knew these were two pretty high-powered offenses that like to push the pace, get open looks. You know, we've seen some tray balls in the corner over here, some great mid-range stuff from Regina Dominican. Give me 50-40. I'll go with what Bob said. Regina Dominican to pull this one out.
Oh, Regina, you think Regina's going to win?
I do think Regina Dominican will pull this one out.
Phillips 50-40.
Oh, Bob picked Phillips. Oh, okay. I guess we got some opposing views up here in the booth.
It looked pretty good at one point. It was 17-16, but since then a massive run, 10-2 for Regina Dominican since then.
Really hard for Phillips to stop that when not only is Regina Dominican operating on all cylinders, just finding the open girl, but they're hitting these open shots at a pretty amazing clip. I heard you guys talking about some of the mid-range opportunities they're getting. I mean, you at least got to get a hand up in the girl's face, get something out there to stop them from just this relentless offensive attack.
What does Phillips have to do to shut down Frederigo? She has been a menacing force inside the paint.
I like the aggression from Phillips. They want to try and rattle the Regina Dominican girls, but I think this is a very well-coached team. They're not getting rattled easily. They got a lot of their home fans here. You almost would need to drop back a little bit and just focus on contesting every shot that you can, limiting these open chance opportunities, limiting the fast breaks, most importantly. We've seen both teams get a little killed on that. And most importantly, get the ball out in the court, get a bucket yourself.
All right, Andrew, we'll hear from you midway through the third quarter. We're going to take another break. Third quarter of action coming up next here on NFHS Network.
This is Sports Broadcast Solutions, a broadcasting network for everyone. Check us out at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com and become part of the digital sporting world.
Every day, union concrete contractors are fueling a foundation that lets our city stand tall. They bring the tools, training, and know-how required to bring your commercial projects in on time and with the highest levels of safety. Visit concreteil.com today to browse Northern Illinois' top union contractors specializing in commercial concrete and find the contractors you need to get your job done right.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. SBS offers live telecasts on channel 59.3, YouTube, or Twitch. We include pre- and post-game interviews with the players.
You know, I started in the locker room. All the boys were getting going before the game and stuff, and we kind of found a little click at the beginning of the game, so I think that's what got us going.
We also include digital live statistics, play-by-play commentary, team highlight reels, and even more than that. Go online to sportsbroadcastsolutions.com or search Sports Broadcast Solutions on YouTube. SBS, a broadcasting network for everyone.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. At SBS, we offer a professional broadcasting experience for the non-professional athlete. Just like the pros, we offer everything for you. Play-by-play commentary.
A no-hitter at Kane County Stadium. 15 strikeouts, 1 walk, 1 error, and that's it.
Color commentary, highlight reels, recruiting videos, and much, much more. Unlike our competitors, we zoom in on the action and always have a live scoreboard with a live time code. If you're ready to have your next sporting event feel like CBS Sports, then make sure to call Sports Broadcast Solutions today. Our phone number is 330-957-7653, or you can go online to sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. SBS, a broadcasting network for everyone.
Hope you're enjoying the action as much as I am. Kyle Smith alongside Bob Vilsoe, 27-18. But let's not forget, partner, it was once a game. It was 17-16 in favor of the Panthers. But since then, Cephas has really struggled, and Robinson at the line has really struggled as well.
Well, it's going to be up to Phillips now to make some half-time adjustments, right? So the long-range shooting hasn't gone well after their first 2 3-pointers that went in a row, right? They need to hammer the ball down low, maybe even get Federico in foul trouble or something, crash the boards and put it back up and win the game from the free throw line. And, Robinson, for one, is going to have to make her shots, but they're going to have to hammer it down low. And for my prediction to be right, they're going to have to score 32 second-half points, which isn't too outlandish. Regina Dominican had 27 first-half points, and then they're going to have to really clamp down on Regina Dominican on defense. They're going to have to get some turnovers. I think they got to stop Federico underneath with a double team. So you have a big person behind her, and then one of the guards has to go take away her dribble, so she can't move. She can't fake and take a dribble and then make a post move. She has to kick the ball back out, and then in this crowd, you hope then that the shooters for Regina Dominican can't make them. But it's only 9 points, so what's that, 4, maybe 5 possessions to get back in the game. It's absolutely doable. It's just like we expected. Wendel, Phillips is a very athletic team, and Regina Dominican is a very, very disciplined team, although I still think they're shooting the ball too early in the shot clock.
But just because you're athletic doesn't mean you're going to make your shots, doesn't mean you're going to make your free throws.
Well, that's what I meant earlier. You make you're athletic, so you take shots that you really probably shouldn't be shooting, but then your team is so athletic, they get the offensive rebound, you get another crack at it. Same with on defense. You give up a turnover, well, no big deal, we're just playing them, we'll get the ball back on a steal. Well, it's not just them anymore, it's Regina Dominican. Right. You got to have to, hold on to the ball a little better. I also think on that press, the press breaker, the 1-2-2 3/4 court press needs to be stretched. They need to put a post person underneath so it stretches the zone press into a 4-on-4 instead of a crowded 5-on-5, which causes the turnovers. It's kind of like a soccer game. There's no offsides rule here. Get offsides.
Bill Parcells said it best. You are what your record says you are. We've seen some good things from Phillips tonight, but we're also seeing why they've lost 13 games, and we're seeing why Regina Dominican has 4 less losses. Regina's making a lot less mistakes than Phillips is, and Regina Dominican shooting a lot better than Phillips is.
Yeah, it's that disciplined offense. He's a very, very good coach. He does a great job with the players that he's got here. All 5 players are contributing. All 5 starters are mapping to the 27 points, led by 11 with Federico.
Bounce pass, beautiful job breaking the press as Serrano with it.
And a very sound, fundamental baseball bounce pass to get it to her.
Driving inside the paint, Federico with 11 points thus far. DeFranza, and a good block that time by Nyla Willis.
So that was a good possession. They got the ball back, no points against. Now they got to score on offense, do that 4 times, get the game close. Patience, patience. There's been no answer for Lakia Barnes driving underneath, but she's only got 5 points with all those free throws and drives.
They keep swinging it out left.
Patience, hammer it down low.
Nice
That's down low. That'll work.
Open mid-range jumper. Almost was an air ball.
Air ball.
Just barely hit the side of the rim and rebounded by Olszewski.
So the air ball was a little cloudy?
We talked a lot about how Regina has struggled with turnovers at times this year. They've been good tonight, limiting the turnovers. What have they done offensively to avoid those turnovers tonight?
I don't know what to say other than shooting early in the shot clock, right? Yeah. So that you don't have a whole lot of time to turn it over. You only make 2 passes and you launch a shot. Again, that surprised me. I thought Regina Dominican would be a lot more patient. That was another blocking call. Just ticky-tack. I'm not saying it should have been made, but a little bit of contact is okay in basketball.
It's consistent, though. That's all you ask for.
Oh, it's been consistent, yeah.
Pump fake. Federico. Open 3.
Now that air ball had no clouds.
I mean, when she's that wide open, you got to take them. But then again, why was she that wide open in the first place?
Yeah, but with a 9-point lead, I think I'd be a little bit more choosy on the shots and who's shooting them. There's going to be a blocking call, too.
Yeah, you've got to set your feet if you're going to get the charge.
Yeah, well, that one, at least to me, was a legit foul. There was good contact. She impeded the progress. All good. It's going to be out of bounds. But 2 fouls on every one of the players on the court right now. So you can't get into too much more foul trouble.
Cephas
Another launch. I'm not a fan.
Now slowing it down is Olszewski. Nice pass to Froderigo. Bounce pass to DeFranza. Ball fake back to DeFranza. Fadeaway jumper, DeFranza, showing why she's the leading scorer of the Regina Dominican Panthers.
But that's what I like. She posted down low, a little fadeaway from 5 or 10 feet from the hoop. It's easy to make, hard to defend. Do that.
Is trouble starting to brew right now for Phillips?
Absolutely. It brewed after those first 2 3-pointers went in. It's been, only 12 points since those first 6 points at the beginning? And here's another wild shot.
Froderigo's doing everything fantastic tonight. Fakes the shot, drives in instead. A layup and the block and a beauty. Last touched by the number 12 of Dominican in Natalia Serrato. And in the number 12 for Phillips, Nyla Willis with a beautiful block.
Yeah, it was a good block. Got the ball back because it bounced off Serrato out of bounds. So they, dodged the bullet, but it's still down 11. Now you need 5. Keep going to the hoop. See, that's that kick
Cephas,
out.
open tray. It is just not her night tonight.
Well, yeah, she's going to have to get out. She's going to have to make it her night tonight if they're going to win.
Sometimes it happens, partner, as that's stolen by Cephas.
You can do other things besides shoot. Like there, she got a steal.
Cephas, floater, no good.
My.
It's just an unfriendly iron tonight.
Well, that's what happens. Sometimes the lights shine bright and players don't meet the challenge.
I mean, I always think of that Game 7 as DeFranza. The shot is good. Partner, how about that shot? Off balance, off the window and in.
Again, you got to stop her before she gets down under the post. You got to get somebody between her. She just dribbled around people like she was a receiver going for a touchdown.
Hard to defend someone when she's got a full head of steam like that.
Right, you got to stop her up high. There's going to be a reach in, yep.
I mean, Cephas looks dead tired right now, partner. She might need to go to the bench really quickly for a quick teammate.
Well, yeah, I might think about putting her on the bench because she's taking so many shots and they aren't going in. She might need a mental adjustment on the bench for a minute or two and then come back in. You need her to win, but the shots need to fall. But a lot of this is the defense. Since they're pushing her into the next zip code on her shots. That's an ill-advised pass. Another launch. Did you really expect that to go in? You got to pound it down low.
Here's the problem, though, Bob, is Stokes called those quick timeouts in the first quarter. He's running out of timeouts to call the rest of the game.
Well, he had a whole halftime to make adjustments.
Right.
I don't think I'd blame anything on no timeouts. Here we go again.
I'm just saying, they look out of sorts. You think he'd want them to call a timeout, but they only have 3 left. Froderigo, another beautiful up and under. Oh, almost.
Well, that's why they got to double team her so that they take that dribble away, and then she can't make that move anymore.
When do they need to consider double teaming Froderigo?
They absolutely need to. Let her kick it out. Let somebody shoot from long range.
Inside.
Like that, they double teamed, and she had to kick it out.
Wide open is Barnes, no good. And if Regina wants, they can slow it down a little bit.
Well, yeah, one of these possessions, that's exactly what Regina Dominican is going to do. And it's going to, with their ball handlers and their 4-guard offense, it's going to be real hard to get the ball back. And you're down 13, you need 6 possessions, and you're running out of time. And with this well-coached Regina Dominican team, I can see them eating a lot of clock on every possession.
Driving in, bounce pass to Froderigo. No good. You got no choice, partner. She's right next to the hoop. You got to foul. Hopefully she misses one shot.
Well, they reached in down low. What you got to do is keep your arms high. She brought the ball down low from the dribble up high, and that's where the reach-in foul occurred. And then she had a clear shot at shooting it. Missed it, but now she's at the line for 2.
You're down 13. You just can't allow her to get a layup. You got to foul. Hopefully she can miss one at the charity stripe.
Well, or get between her and the rim and stay, strong and tall. But yeah, reaching in for the ball is not a good way to play defense.
You called it, partner. You said she was going to score 21. She's already got 11.
Serrato was the one that needed the 21, but instead it's Federico that's going to get them. Yeah, but she might get the 21 points at this rate. She's up to 12 now, more than a third of her team's points.
It just seems like if this game gets to be a 20-point lead for Regina, it's game over for Phillips.
Well, yeah, maybe, but I would not take the starters out. Yeah, Regina Dominican has to be a little bit careful of foul trouble. It's a third foul now.
Regina Dominican foul number 12.
So she's got 3. I think if I'm the coach, I leave her in. It's not like they foul unnecessarily. It's all hustle fouls. Again, it goes back to a very well-coached team.
Wide open, Cephas.
Good offensive rebound, at least.
That shot, no. Trying to get it was...
And back to Regina Dominican. I think they might have got the wrong touch again. They're changing the call. There we go. Good job by the referees to talk it over, get it right. Down 14, launching long threes. It's not the formula for catching up.
If you're open, shoot. That would be my...
If you're open, close, shoot.
Preferably, yes.
This is too far away for her. Minute winning.
That's why you're not a basketball coach. Nakaya Williams open tray, and she nailed it. 32-21, this game's far from over, but can Phillips start getting hot from downtown?
Nice
pass to Franza.
No call.
Flop, shot, good. Hey, if you're Lakia Barnes, you try it. She flopped. The refs weren't fooled, and DeFranza finished in the lane.
Well, you hit it on the head. She flopped, and the refs were not fooled. It was a good attempt on defense.
Open triple. No good.
Get those boards.
Yep, it was rebounded by Willis. They swing it out left. They thought about it. Did Barnes? She drives in. Barnes with a beautiful move. Second chance. No. Williams just couldn't get it to go. And here comes Regina. I think you're right, Bob. That time, the player in Olszewski's running into the defender in Williams. Is it a foul? Did Williams lean in a little bit into Olszewski? Maybe. I would have liked a no call there.
Well, it's absolutely intentional. She's done that several times this game. That's part of her game. She runs downfield, gets in front of a defender and stops, and then gets run over and gets a foul called.
We're going to stick with the action. Andrew, what do you got for us?
Being down by courtside, especially over by the bench of the Wildcats, you can just sense the frustration that head coach Larry Stokes has with trying to break this Regina Dominican zone. Obviously, you want to try and get to the hoop. They've still been getting good shots. A majority of them have been outside, just unable to knock it down. He's been trying to get his girls to go to the paint more. Regina's defense has not yielded anything yet. It's been frustrating for those Panthers, for those Wildcats, rather.
And when your best player, arguably, in Kamira Cephas is missing shots, making it very tough right now for Phillips to get the W.
Yeah, started hot from 3 in the first quarter. We saw another one just drop there to try and maybe get the vibes up for this Phillips Academy team. It's not quite done that, though. Regina Dominican's defense is the story of the game so far.
All right, Andrew, we'll hear from you in the fourth quarter. It's a 34-21 lead right now for the Panthers. Right now, Olszewski with it. She's guarded closely by Williams. Dribbling it over to the right. Calling for it is DeFranza. DeFranza. And good pass to O'Connor. Back to DeFranza. Williams guarding. Inside pass. Shot no good. Slightly contested and slightly blocked by Barnes.
Yeah, they need to get the score close quick, because you know that Regina Dominican can ice this game on offense by not shooting.
That 3. Oh, my goodness. How does that one not go in?
Yeah, hit the front rim, back rim, then bounces out, right? It's a good offensive rebound, but then got tied up. So they get to keep the ball, still down 13. They need to make this score a lot closer quickly, because it'll be real hard to get the ball back when Regina Dominican starts to not shoot anymore.
Right now,
oh my,
that shot, no good. Look at that rebound, awesome effort by Williams. Caught by Willis.
So let her shoot and let everybody else rebound, right?
Barnes, inside pass. Ball on the court. Barnes. Mid-range jumper, no. Easy rebound, foul. And a big break for Phillips as they call the foul on Fabianski.
That's her third now. I don't know about that call either. I didn't see it. But apparently she pushed the Phillips player. Good. Play it back.
It doesn't take a lot. Any kind of push. It's an offensive foul.
Yeah, they're tightly calling this game. Oh my,
Three-point shot.
One. I mean, her shot chart must look horrendous.
Yeah, we're gonna give you her stats in a second. It is just not her night in a big way.
And another ticky-tack call underneath, I think. So Dominican's going to have to go into offensive stalls sooner than I think we thought because they're getting in foul trouble underneath. There was a reach-in that wasn't called, and a basket. That's the formula for Phillips. They got to get the ball underneath and get backboard shots 3 feet from the hoop. None of this shot from the other town. There's a reach-in, no call.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't call that one. They've called most of them tonight.
There's a reach in there. They finally called it.
And the student section for the Panthers is fired up right now. They brought the white palms. DeFranza will shoot 2.
She's a good shooter.
But she's not a great free throw shooter, Bob. Under 60% on the season.
Well, I'll put my money on both here.
Just
she
need
seems
one.
To be a prime time kind of a player.
Yep.
Oh, I'm wrong. I put my faith in you.
How about the pants that head coach Bob Newton's wearing?
11-point lead, so, well, Phillips has to close that down quickly because they need to be very afraid of what Regina can do when they get the ball.
In
missed
and out.
Both.
No need to rush. Just get a good non-contested shot. Barnes calls for it. Barnes, great drive. Barnes, no good. Rebounded by Phillips. They kick it out to
They got plenty of time, don't panic.
Swing it out to Barnes. Cross-court pass.
Oh,
Cephas for 3. No good. Wow, the effort by Williams. Williams, the shot, no good.
Well, down 11 with 1 quarter to go.
0 of 7 from three-point land since she made those 2 3-pointers.
Yeah, she needed to stop shooting those threes earlier. She's a strong player. I don't see why she can't drive it in, kick it off to somebody else underneath. They've got the ability to dribble penetrate, but obviously she's just having a bad day. So she thinks she can make 4 3-pointers to catch them this game.
We're going to take a quick break. You're watching the NFHS Network. The Panthers against the Wildcats.
All runners are different, and we're here for everyone. The beginners, everydayers, once-in-a-whilers, the treadmillers, track goers, and trailblazers. For every mile, marathon, stretch, and stride, we're here for gearing up and having fun. All the ways you run.
Good evening, everybody. Hopefully you're enjoying the broadcast. Kyle Smith alongside Bob Vilsoe. Today's game is also available for all subscribers via the NFHS Network live mobile app for Apple and Android devices. Download the app from the Apple Store, Google Play Store today to start watching live games wherever you are. Near the timeline, Regina Dominican has dominated since early on in the second quarter. Fraderigo, ill-advised shot, rebounded by Phillips.
Well, it was just off balance. If she faked it and then got her balance back and took that shot, she's like 5 feet from the hoop. That's a good shot to take. But, yeah, she threw up kind of a...
That wasn't even close to going in. Attempted by Barnes.
These shots are just not falling from three-point land. They got to drive it in. You're only down 11. You only need 5 possessions of 2-pointers underneath to get the game within 1 point.
3-on-2 if they hurry. From behind, pass to Frederigo, and then hacked by Phillips. She was born to play for this team. Her last name is Phillips, and she plays for Phillips.
Her parents clearly moved into the high school district on purpose.
Her parents knew it was destined to be. Remember, though, partner, no shot clock, so this really hurts Phillips as we get later on in the game.
Right, because they need 11 points worth of possessions. If they get close, Regina will ice the game with the ball handling skills they've got. And then they'll take these four corners, layups.
The thing is, though, nobody except for Witchker shoots over 60% from the charity stripe. You don't want to allow easy layups, hack a shack mentality, and hopefully you get one of two or more misses at the line.
Well, then you're exactly right. You're going to have to do exactly that to get the ball back, because you're not going to get it with steals. You're going to have to get it from the free throw line. And trouble is, when you get in games like this, you're suddenly a better free throw shooter sometimes because you really, really want to win, and so you focus and you concentrate. Then some other players, they fold, but not Serrato.
Absolutely perfect at the line.
Yeah, that didn't even hit the rim.
Here comes the trap.
Yeah, dribbling through a double team and a lob, oh boy. I thought for sure that ball was going up.
You don't need a three, you just need a quick basket.
You need 5 twos.
Cephas, the triple, not even close. Partner, sometimes it's just not your night. I always think of John Starks when he went 1 of 15 in Game 7 for the Knicks. He wasn't a bad player, he was just bad that day.
Well, right, but what I don't like is she's a sophomore. So let the seniors with the experience play. It's going to be a blocking foul.
When it's not your night, it's not your night.
Well, and if you're a senior and you've got this rite of passage and it's like, quote, your team, then I think, maybe it is your job to shoot those shots. But she's a sophomore, and I think she needs to defer to the upperclassmen to win or lose.
But she's also arguably their best player.
And she's going to be, junior and senior year. Yeah. She's got 2 more years here. She's going to be great. But clearly, this game is going to be remembered for her, not great shooting night.
And look, Barnes wasn't exactly Michael Jordan today either. The other 13-point-per-game scorer.
Yeah, but at least she was driving and drawing fouls. Maybe, didn't need to be called fouls.
Yeah, ill-advised pass there and stolen away by Phillips.
Fortunately for Phillips, a charge. Oh my.
I don't know about you, Bob, but I thought that was a flop.
I wouldn't have called it. I think it was just a flop, yeah. But they got the ball back. They fooled the referees. 13-point lead, 6 minutes to go. Well, she might have flopped too.
Look, you're down by 13. There is no tomorrow if you're Phillips.
Right.
You do everything you can to get more possessions.
Right. And soon, Regina Dominican will be limiting those possessions with a 4-corner offense.
Here comes Barnes, floater. That shot,
you gotta make those.
Barnes, last touched it. Well, they're gonna say it was actually touched last by Frederigo.
It's going to be tough to catch up. You got to shoot the ball, and then just about sell out to get the offensive rebound. And if you don't get the offensive rebound, then you're giving up a fast break.
Cephas.
See, she's got the ball handling skills to drive it in.
You can't take too much time here if you're Phillips.
No, but resetting an offense is not a bad thing. Regina Dominican's absolutely packing it in.
Barnes.
There we go. Nice drive, no call on the 2-point basket.
And good
Do
job.
that more.
Cephas doesn't like the call, and you could argue that she got all ball on the strip attempt.
Well, again, they've been calling it ticky-tacky all night, so one more ticky-tack call is par for this course. Maybe the right call, but it's been tightly called the whole night.
Now, maybe Cephas is missing all those shots because she's distracted by Newton's pants. They're pretty distracting where I am right now.
Well, yeah, and it was her 3rd foul, I think.
Yeah. You don't have to be a good coach. You just got to look like a good coach, right?
You look like a good coach always when you have better players. Better players helps good coaching.
That was the 5th team foul, by the way, by Phillips. But
yeah, just about everybody on Phillips on the floor has 3 fouls.
But nobody besides Witchker is trustworthy at the line. Then again, it's also Frederigo's night.
Yeah, it sure is. This is going to be a big win. I mean, it's not over yet. 12 point with 6 to go, but man, this is going to be a big win. And they played masterfully. Phillips with only 25 points, like 25 points below their average.
They had the better record than Phillips, which is why they're in the white jerseys and Phillips is in the black. Higher seed as well in the tournament.
So we're watching a black and white game then. There's a foul, no call. All right.
Rodrigo looking to go coast to coast. She falls down.
Stepped on the line.
They're going to say that her feet touched the line. She couldn't get the timeout. It was last touched by Phillips. And what do you want to do here if you're the Panthers? Do you want to run some clock or do you want to take an open shot?
Well, always still open shot, but there's going to be at some point in time when the coach is going to pull the trigger on slow the offense down. You don't have to if you keep this 13-point lead, though.
That's her spot, partner. Even when it's off balance, she knows how to get that window and make it.
Very fundamentally sound player. Use the backboard. Very good defense down low, and another wild shot.
Rodrigo nabs it.
I think I'd like, if I'm Phillips, to play this game over again and say no three-pointers. 2-on-1. Good block.
Yeah. And it was
It's an
last
interesting
touch
call.
by
Seems like the
Serrano.
block was already made. Even then, she landed on the line. We'd have to play that back. I think it was just a clean block and play on.
And how about this, partner? We got some guys from Notre Dame College Prep all the way from Niles made the drive to Cicero tonight.
They have girlfriends on the Wilmette team.
Triple. Oh, boy.
Now you're hitting threes from the corner and you're hitting the side of the backboard. Get the ball down low. You need somebody with some post moves. There's a foul, reaching in.
Well, Phillips is frustrated, but you can't jab your wrist into the opponent's chest. That's called a foul.
I think you'll find there's violent agreement with you from the referees.
And the one person you don't want to foul if you're Phillips, Maddie Witchiger, and she's going to the line for 2 shots.
Yeah, right. If you're going to play this hack-a-shack game, you probably want to foul the others. But you can't foul them. You're going to have to put a bench player somewhere in there to get the 5 fouls. Missed.
I think what's key about this Regina Dominican team, why they could win it all, Julia DeFranza, by all regards, is their best players, both the eye test and the stats. But she doesn't force up shots. When Fraderigo's open, she lets her shoot her. She does the outlet pass to Fraderigo.
Well, it just goes back to they're a very well-coached team. They take shots they should and don't take shots they shouldn't. They have a stifling defense. They press. It's a solid press. They're just making it tough to move the ball up the court is all. They're not like doubling really necessarily. They're trying to steal the passes.
Swing it out left, driving in is Cephas. And
see which way this goes.
And her teammate in Chappelle.
A sloppy turnover.
And not on the same page. Timeout, Phillips. We'll take
now, Phillips has to be a little careful with calling that timeout because it's giving time to Dominican to put in their full court press.
We have another report from Andrew Dietrich. Andrew, what do you got for us, bud?
Start of that fourth quarter, was listening into the huddle for Regina Dominican. Head coach Bob Newton said, ladies, we're going to continue to play our game. We're going to continue pressing. We're going to continue applying pressure on offense. The big thing is all we have to do is take care of the little things. You get back after we do that press on a score. You continue going to the rack. Continue not being aggressive on defense and not fouling. At the same time, he also looked at the captain herself, number 5, Olivia
Rodrigo.
Exactly. Basically saying, you are the leader of this team. I want you to go out and do that. And look in this fourth quarter, who's been drawing fouls on defense, getting offensive rebounds, putting the ball back up and getting to the line. Number 5 herself.
Just not the game that Kamaria Cephas thought she was going to have tonight, and sometimes that happens, Andrew.
They were good shots she took. She's been a great offensive weapon for them all year, and I don't think Phillips' strategy was really flawed going into this. To attack a 2-3 zone, you move the ball around and you shoot threes. They've gotten open looks, just haven't been hitting them. We'll see if they can try to do with these 4.5 minutes to go, a last-minute rally, but we'll see what happens to these Phillips.
We sure will, Andrew. We'll see at the end of the game.
Thanks, gentlemen.
41-25. It was 17-16, and then since then, all Regina Dominican. Panthers outlet pass.
Yeah, the cards in this one are not going to be a late rally. You're going to have to make, 5 or 6 3-pointers to get back in the game. All the while, Dominican doesn't have to shoot. And they'll probably get to the line a couple of times.
Beautiful move by DeFranza, and partner, that might do it.
That was a big dagger with 4 minutes to go.
Now you got to shoot really quickly if you're Phillips.
Well, and you can't shoot panicky shots either. Those won't fall either. Finally. Steph has finally hit one.
It also wasn't
the whole game. Drive it in. Whoops.
It also stolen away. I was going to say it wasn't the most aggressive defense either by the Panthers.
Well, they need to.
Wildcats shot good.
There we go.
And it's good by Williams.
They're pressing themselves now. That's good.
Oh boy, up in the air. Phillips steals. Barnes shot. No. Second chance fouled. Well, I thought that two-pointer to make it 43 to.
Well, it's still a 14-point lead, so it's still going to be a hard game to catch up, but I like the fact that Phillips is pressing. They're getting some steals. They probably should have been doing that earlier in the game. Give Regina Dominican a taste of their own medicine on that. But here's an offensive rebound foul. Now she's got to earn him from the free throw line.
Good. Nakia Williams has stepped up in a big way.
Yeah, again, nobody from Dominican is in any kind of foul trouble. I mean, no big foul trouble.
It is a beautiful complex here at Morton College.
Yeah, it is.
Feels like an old Hoosiers gym. Shots
no, it's way too nice for that. I think that might have been an over-the-line turnover. That's just a mistake. A good time for a timeout. Settle them down a little bit. 12-point lead, 3 minutes to go. Just mishandled the ball coming in from out of bounds. In the NBA, they kind of let those go a little bit, but here they're persnickety. You got to take the ball out of bounds and throw it inbounds. You can't go inbounds and then you throw it back out of bounds. That's a turnover.
Timeout called by Newton. We'll take a timeout as well. It's 43-31 in favor of the Panthers.
All runners are different, and we're here for everyone. The beginners, everydayers, once-in-a-whilers, the treadmillers, track goers, and trailblazers. For every mile, marathon, stretch, and stride, we're here for gearing up and having fun. All the ways you run, all budgets, all at Academy. Have fun out there.
Back to the action at Morton College.
They're going to call a charge on that play, it looks like. Wow. So that's going to be a turnover. Phillips gets the ball up by 12. I was looking at the roster here, and Frederigo, Serrato, and DeFranza are all sophomores. So this Regina Dominican team is going to be good for the next 2 years after this, too. There's a turnover right back. Out of control shot, but a blocking call called. Olszewski will be at the line for 2 in the bonus.
Wendel Phillips foul number 11, Kamaria Cephas. That is her 4th personal.
So finally somebody with 4 fouls. One thing for sure is Phillips is going to walk away saying they didn't play well and they could have won. They were good enough to win, but just couldn't knock down the shots. Probably needed a little bit more patience on offense.
Apologize for losing the signal. We're back.
Yeah, she got her own rebound.
Frederigo. Bounce pass to Franza. And it's an offensive foul committed by Witchker.
Wow. Another ticky-tack call I wouldn't have called, but she did push her in the chest with a forearm.
Offensive foul committed by number 24, Eddie Witchker. That is her 4th.
So 13-point lead. Here's a launch.
Off the
Gotta
rim,
get those
no
offensive
good.
boards. Good job tying up the rebound. Federico got tied up. Barnes waited till she brought the ball down and grabbed it.
Lady Wildcat foul, number 0, Kia Barnes.
It's not a jump ball, it's a foul on Barnes.
Personal. On the line is
44-31, Froderigo at the line, and it's been a valiant late comeback from Phillips, but where was this in the second and third quarter?
Well, and at the end of the day, they're still down by 13. They were playing tough, but they're not really making any headway still.
First shot, no good.
So you had 59-52 in favor of Regina Dominican, so way under that prediction, but at least you got the winner right.
I wouldn't say that yet.
Well, I would think it's safe to say that with 2:46 to go, it's probably lights out.
I referenced that Northern Iowa game.
Yeah.
I'll do it again. They were up 12 with under a minute to go. Anything can happen in a basketball game. It's not over yet, but pretty close. Taking too much time off the screen, driving in the floater. No. Try to get the rebound, as was last touched by Batts briefly.
I like that they drove it in. Unfortunately, just missed the shot. But they are good at offensive rebounding. They needed to pound that into the backboard earlier. It could have been a trip.
And they're
out of control. The ball got tipped. Okay, no call, at least on the foul.
There'll be some baseline action right now. Williams with it. Now Barnes swinging out to Williams. Back to Barnes from way downtown. No. And rebounded. Barnes avoiding the foul. Froderigo. Witchker with it. Double team comes and almost stolen away. Pass to Froderigo. On her left hand, Froderigo to the cup. No. DeFranza, big time board. DeFranza fouled. And it's either going to be called on Cephas or Williams. Regardless, that might do it for Phillips.
Yeah, and the turnaround shot, it looked like she just expected body contact and the referee called a body foul. She certainly wasn't on the wrist or anything like that, but here she is at the free throw line. 14 points today. This will be 15. Both her and Froderigo with 15 points today. That's 30 points between those two players. What an outstanding job.
You know, Cephas had some open threes she just didn't hit. Barnes wasn't perfect from downtown tonight, and that did in Phillips.
Well, and she shot so many of them. What did you say her stats were, 2 for 15 or something? I'm thinking if she, all she needed to do is get 5 more of them.
And that's a break for Phillips because that didn't hit rim, so the clock does not start.
Right, but they needed 5 more three-pointers to actually go in just to get to this tie. 31 points. Their average for the year is 49. This stifling defense, you know, probably what happened is Cephos got pushed further than she wanted to be pushed and took the shots from further away.
We might need to check this rim. It is going in and out all night long for Phillips on this side of the court.
I think that's why they switched sides at halftime, right? But they might have switched the carnival rim at halftime.
Barnes.
Here we go again. That went in.
Too little, too late.
Yeah.
Timeout called by Stokes. We'll take a timeout as well. It's 46-34 Panthers here on NFHS Network.
So looking at the brackets, you're thinking that Regina Dominican is a favorite to go on to win? Peoria, Notre Dame, Alamán, Camp Point Central, Nashville, Piatone, and Robinson.
High school sports fans, never miss another game. Become a subscriber to the NFHS Network to watch live coverage, game replays, and highlights from high school sporting events from across the country. Don't go anywhere. We will announce the player of the game brought to you by Academy Sports and Outdoors, as well as the post-game show brought to you by Sports Broadcast Solutions. So they would play the winner of Notre Dame and Ailman.
Right, and that's going to be at Normal, downstate. That's where I went to college. Great school.
And you turned out to be a pretty normal guy. You turned out to be a pretty normal guy.
Oh, well, you're saying that, but maybe everyone doesn't say that.
But you attended college at Normal. Did you learn how to be a normal guy?
Yeah, right.
During your 4 years
I lived in a normal town. I like to pass.
Here comes the double. DeFranza doesn't panic. Somehow gets it back. Bounce pass, Rodrigo. And they're just going to keep passing until they foul. That time the reach in.
That's probably all right to make that foul, put her at the line and hope for the best.
Right, remember, only Witchker shoots 70% or better.
So if she misses both, you're down 12. Maybe you can knock down one of those threes and get that frantic steal and another three, and that's what you're hoping for.
If you're going to foul, you got to foul right away. Don't let them keep passing the ball and waste clock.
Correct, yeah. One pass, and if they catch it, then foul. Try to steal the pass, but if you don't steal it, foul.
Try to trap on the sideline. If they break through the trap, then foul.
There's 2 players on the floor with 4 fouls.
Absolutely.
This has been a masterful game for Regina Dominican. They've played fantastic today.
Witchker and Olszewski both with 4 fouls, and for Wendel, Phillips, Cephas, as well as Williams. Perfect at the line.
Yep, made both.
You got to hustle if you're Phillips. Way too slow. 1:20 to go. Cephas, the triple.
Finally.
Rodrigo, the inbounds pass to DeFranza. You have to get it past the timeline, and they do. Witchker over to DeFranza. Now you got a foul. Rodrigo wisely gets out of the corner to avoid the trap. Bounce pass. And a foul by Chappelle. Partner, did they wait too long to foul there?
They absolutely waited too long. They needed to foul way sooner. 11 points. Well,
it's not like you're playing a team that has free throw shooters that shoot over 75%.
Right.
Just know where 24 is on the floor. If 24 has the ball, don't foul her. Everybody else, you can foul.
Right, and foul right away. Just like you said, after the pass, if they don't steal the pass, foul right away. There's the miss. It's like you were saying on cue.
You don't need a 3 necessarily if you're Phillips, but you need something very, 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 very quick.
Just exactly right.
And then you got to go immediately into a full court trap.
Yeah, and the man-to-man press has been a little bit frustrating for Regina Dominican, so that's been successful. But here's this 1-2-2, 3-quarter court. It's really not an active press. Kind of meant to slow you down and get a steal. Another bomb, no luck.
Up in the air.
Good rebound.
Loose ball back to Cephas.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, my goodness.
That's where her confidence comes from. She felt like she should have been making those all along today.
We'll stick with the action. 36 seconds. All you got to do if you're Regina Dominican, get the ball in bounds, avoid the corner, and if it's not there, call timeout right away.
Well, and get the ball across the court in 10 seconds also, right?
Yeah.
But, Phillips obviously is going to want to steal that inbounds pass, and I think they need to foul right away. But, 3 shots like that could happen in the first or the second quarter, and the game would be real close right now. Now, what did we say, 59, 52? They still need 12 points to get to 52.
So who do you have for the player of the game? Are you going with Rodrigo or are you going with DeFranza?
Yeah, I would have initially said Rodrigo, but I think what you want to do is go with DeFranza. That's what I would do. But either one are equally qualified. You can grab them both if they let you. But I would go with DeFranza. But this is the epitome of a team game.
Bounce pass to Franza. Open woman to Witchker. Layup is good, and Regina Dominican is going to state.
See, Phillips was pressing. That's why we want to have somebody at the other end for that cherry pick layup. There's a foul up top.
So Witchker delaying the inevitable by fouling.
Yeah, delaying the inevitable. 11 points and 22 seconds to go. They're making the most of their time on the court. Boy, it's sad though. Somebody's got to lose. Somebody doesn't go downstate. But today, Phillips just didn't earn it.
Anybody can go down to normal. You just won't be able to play in the game.
Right. Run out from the crowd at halftime and shoot some shots.
It's a make or miss league. It's a make or miss game. Rodrigo made him. Cephas missed him. one of the reasons Regina Dominican's going to the round of 4.
Right. Well, they've got 3 key sophomores on that team, so they should be back next year and the year after that also.
Did you like the game plan by head coach Larry Stokes and his players just didn't make the shots today?
I think that game plan needed to change. I think Cephas clearly needed to turn the long-range shooting off, and they needed to get the ball underneath. Maybe the worst thing that happened to Phillips is those 2 3-pointers went in to start the game, so they continued to shoot from 3 over and over, and that just wasn't the ticket for them today. They needed to pound the ball down low, get offensive rebounds, get some fouls. I mean, there's a lot of fouls on the chart for Regina Dominican. If they could have gotten a couple of those fouls earlier in the first or second quarter, they might be on the bench and they could be playing against their second string. So, yeah, no, it was not a good strategy to continue to shoot from 3 for Phillips. But sometimes you just got to go with what gets you here. There's another bomb blocked.
From the logo, blocked.
And that's her 5th foul.
Well, the state tournament's great, and it's also not so great. We're going to see some crying. We're going to see some frowns. Cephas, this just wasn't her night, and Bob Newton emptying the bench.
Yep, with 15 seconds to go. I guess that's the polite thing to do, right? Give them a little bit of credit at the end of the game. Give the fans an opportunity to cheer your stars.
Jem Lucero into the game, Catherine Conway, Sarah Anacini. Julia DeFranza telling her home fans, quiet please. Not that her shots matter, they're up by 11 with 15.4 seconds left.
Well, in the NCAA now, they're starting to find teams for, student sections jumping onto the court after the end of the game. I kind of like it when the students jump on the court.
MVP of the game, Olivia Fraterigo, in my mind. Honorable mention, Bob Newton's pants. Just stifling Cephas. She couldn't focus on the basket. She was focusing on those pants.
Oh no.
How about that, Porter? They shoot under 65% as a team, and when they need it the most, perfect at the line.
Well, that's what happens. You get your you get your dander up for a tight, close game, state championship tight effort.
The triple off the backboard.
Just hold it right there.
And Regina Dominican fans have longed to hear it. They're going to the state semifinals. Final score, Regina Dominican 53, Wendel Phillips 40. A big-time run by Phillips, just not enough to defeat Regina Dominican today.
Well, the story of the game, though, it was said earlier, Regina Dominican's defense, they just shut down Phillips, 9 points under their average. They did a fantastic job defensively with the press, falling back on defense. Phillips continued to shoot the ball from too far outside, and they just didn't go in. But a great game, and Regina Dominican absolutely deserved it. Well-coached team. We'll watch them next week in Normal.
We're going to take a break, then we'll announce the player of the game, as well as do the SBS postgame show. You're watching Regina Dominican against Wendel Phillips here on NFHS Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, it has just come to my attention that we need to update the graphic on the scores table. If you would please bring your attention. Congratulations to Regina Dominican High School.
That's fine, just film.
state finals and will play their semifinal contest against the winner Hero Valley Super Sectional which is now final. They will now play the Irish of the Oregon High School, who were victorious over Allman Catholic earlier this evening by a score of 55-39. Regina Dominican will play this Thursday at 2 p.m. at Secu Arena, also known as Redbird Arena in Normal, Illinois, in the IHSA state semifinals.
So after the state semis, yeah, there's 4 left, and the final 4 go down to ISC to play. So Thursday's a semi, probably Saturday's a final. Oh, okay. What about the semis? Yeah, there's semis. There's 4 teams left. Oh, okay. Yeah. So today there were 8, now there's 4. Is there regional, sectional, and state, or just sectional and state? It's regional, then sectional, and state. Yeah, and then usually it's like regional, then sectional, then super sectional, and state.
Tonight's player of the game is brought to you by Academy Sports and Outdoors, and I'm going with Olivia Fraterigo for the player of the game. Andrew's going to join us for our post-game report. Andrew, what do you got for us?
I mean, what else can you say other than just how about those Panthers from Regina Dominican? Especially the efforts of Jillian DeFranza in that fourth quarter especially. I mean, I believe 19 points, almost approaching a double-double in terms of rebounds, and a couple assists and a couple of defensive accolades. And you got yourself quite a well-rounded game for Jillian DeFranza and the rest of the Regina Dominican Panthers. Player of the game for me, I mean, it's got to be Jillian DeFranza, personally.
Yeah, I mean, I just liked how Fraterigo, DeFranza didn't have it the first quarter. They went to Fraterigo on the low block. Some excellent passes delivered by Olszewski and Serrato. Fraterigo did the rest, and that up and under move, creating so many problems for Robinson, both Robinsons, as well as Nyla Willis.
I would agree that Fraterigo is probably the focal leader of this team. I think the offense and defense is kind of centered on her. However, I mean, she couldn't have done it herself today, although she sure tried in that first half. But Jillian DeFranza and the rest of Regina Panthers should be proud. You got to feel for the Phillips Wildcats. I think they still have a very good team, a very potent offense. I just think, unfortunately, you live by the 3. We saw that James Harden Houston Rockets suffer the same fate as them. You know, best of luck to that team and those girls in the future, but Regina Dominicans making it to the Final 4.
All right, Andrew, thanks so much for joining us. I'm going to go downstairs for the SBS player of the game. I'll do Julia DeFranza. How about that?
He switched it up. He did switch it up.
Yeah. Well, we already gave the Academy Sports and Outdoor player of the game. We gave it to Fraterigo. She can't be both, right? She can't be the SBS and the Academy Sports and Outdoor player of the game. We got to split it up, right? We're going to take a break. Post-game show coming up next here on NHS Network.
This is Sports Broadcast Solutions, a broadcasting network for everyone.
Good, looking sharp in both crews. This is really an excellent race. St. Ignatius at that 34-35. You can hear the fans here. Loyola looking excellent as well. Here comes the Loyola Ramblers. Good, and we've got some open water there. Some open water between St. Ignatius and Loyola. We've got, maybe about a boat length open water here.
Every day, Union Concrete contractors are fueling a foundation that lets our city stand tall. They bring the tools, training, and know-how required to bring your commercial projects in on time and with the highest levels of safety. Visit concreteil.com today to browse Northern Illinois' top union contractors specializing in commercial concrete and find the contractors you need to get your job done right.
This is Sports Broadcast Solutions, a broadcasting network for everyone.
Good, looking sharp in both crews. This is really an excellent race. St. Ignatius at that 34-35. You can hear the fans here. Loyola looking excellent as well. Here comes the Loyola Ramblers. Good, and we've got some open water there. Some open water between St. Ignatius and Loyola. We've got, maybe about a boat length open water here.
This presentation of the NFHS Network is brought to you by Academy Sports and Outdoors. Have fun out there.
This is Sports Broadcast Solutions, a broadcasting network for everyone. Check us out at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com and become part of the digital sporting world.
All runners are different, and we're here for everyone. The beginners, everydayers, once-in-a-whilers, the treadmillers, track goers, and trailblazers. For every mile, marathon, stretch, and stride. We're here for gearing up and having fun. All the ways you run, all budgets, all at Academy. Have fun out there.
Every day, Union Concrete contractors are fueling a foundation that lets our city stand tall. They bring the tools, training, and know-how required to bring your commercial projects in on time and with the highest levels of safety. Visit concreteil.com today to browse Northern Illinois' top union contractors specializing in commercial concrete and find the contractors you need to get your job done right.
This is Sports Broadcast Solutions, a broadcasting network for everyone.
Good, looking sharp in both crews. This is really an excellent race. St. Ignatius at that 34-35. You can hear the fans here. Loyola looking excellent as well. Here comes the Loyola Ramblers. Good, and we've got some open water there. Some open water between St. Ignatius and Loyola. We've got, maybe about a boat length open water here.
This presentation of the NFHS Network is brought to you by Academy Sports and Outdoors. Have fun out there.
This is Sports Broadcast Solutions, a broadcasting network for everyone. Check us out at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com and become part of the digital sporting world.
This presentation of the NFHS Network is brought to you by Academy Sports and Outdoors. Have fun out there.
All runners are different, and we're here for everyone. The beginners, everydayers, once-in-a-whilers, the treadmillers, track goers, and trailblazers. For every mile, marathon, stretch, and stride, we're here for gearing up and having fun. All the ways you run, all budgets, all at Academy. Have fun out there.
Bye.